Awareness has always been with you. Consciousness is like light. It never switches off, never breaks, never fades. No matter what you look at, no matter what comes or goes, that light of awareness keeps shining. Objects appear, they shift, they dissolve, but the awareness itself remains. And through it all, you are the one observing. The question is, what happens when you stop getting pulled into the noise of the mind? When you no longer collapse into every thought, every passing emotion, every storm that rises and falls. You return to your true self. You rest again in the seat of consciousness. This state is simple. It is pure awareness. Here, you are the subject. Everything else is just an object. Thoughts, emotions, the world around you. They are all things you observe, but they are not who you are. Think about driving down the road. The white lines pass by, the trees blur, the clouds drift across the sky. You notice them, but they don't pull you in. They don't control your focus. They simply move through your field of vision. The same is true in consciousness. Thoughts and feelings can still arise, but they no longer drag you down. They no longer disturb your center. And here is where something deeper begins to reveal itself. There is a force in life that pulls downward, into thought, into emotion, into endless distraction. Most people spend their whole lives caught in that pull, drowning in the noise of the mind. They live as if there is nothing else, as if being lost in thought is the only reality. But the moment you stop giving in to that downward force, something extraordinary happens. You feel another current, an upward pull, subtle at first, but undeniable. It is as if consciousness itself is being lifted from behind you. While your thoughts and feelings pull forward, behind you there is a higher current, drawing you into freedom, into clarity, into a brighter state of being. Most people never notice this because they are too busy sinking into the storms of their thoughts. Entangled in emotions, distracted by endless noise, they miss the upward current that was always there. But the moment you stop collapsing, the moment you refuse to be dragged down, you begin to rise. Think about what it feels like to drown in the ocean. You lose your bearings. You don't know which way is up. Panic sets in. That is exactly what happens when awareness is consumed by thought. You lose your center. You forget who you are. You feel overwhelmed, lost, even hopeless. But when you stop giving in, when you hold your seat, something shifts. Like a swimmer finding the surface, you sense the upward pull carrying you higher. You begin to rise above the storm. You remember your center. You remember yourself. This is the deeper power of consciousness. Left on its own, it rises naturally. It expands. It lifts. That is its nature. And so the path is not about wrestling thoughts into silence. It is not about suppressing emotions or controlling every detail of your experience. The path is simply this: don't sink. Don't collapse. Don't be dragged down. Stay seated. Stay centered. Stay clear. And when you do, you discover that consciousness itself is alive, and it wants to lift you. The more you remain in that seat of awareness, the stronger the upward current becomes. It draws you into peace, into joy, into freedom, into a higher state of being that no external circumstance can touch. What you are searching for is not created. It has always been here. The only reason you don't feel it is because you've been drowning in the noise. This is why all the teachings point to the same thing. Let go. Stay aware. Don't get pulled in. You don't need to force peace. You don't need to manufacture joy. You only need to stop sinking, and the upward current reveals itself. Consciousness is not empty. It is not blank. It is overflowing with life, with joy, with energy, with ecstasy. And the moment you stop collapsing into the storm of your thoughts, you begin to feel it. You begin to remember. So notice what happens the next time you feel lost. A thought tries to pull you in. An emotion tries to drown you. A distraction tries to own your attention. Pause. Instead of collapsing, hold your seat. Stay back. Feel what is behind you. Notice the upward pull, because this is the truth. You were never meant to live dragged down. You were meant to rise. Let yourself rise. Stay centered. Stay aware. Let the current of consciousness lift you into what has always been yours. Freedom, peace, and joy without end.